everyone. I'm Xiaoxi from I.W.G. Um, I work in the healthcare industry for over 7 years. I mainly focus on medical AIs, and our company was focused on use a cloud platform to do collaboration between hospitals and clinics, empower the technology of AI to smooth entire workflows. I'm very happy to join the events, and I'm very happy to know about it.
So what was the first thought process before joining? What was the challenge? Let's start with the challenges, that you guys face.
Well, to be honest, what's not a challenge would be an easier question for us. Like for startups, I have know-how of healthcare industry. I have my dedication. The rest is all challenge. Sales channels, fundings, how to communicate with the market, how to communicate the industry with as a foreigners, language barriers, cultural barriers, you name it. All the things is challenge. But if you take about top three, I would say the how to communicate with investor was the number one. How to establish a proper customer segmentation, or how to introduce your products. Number two. The third one would be how to organize how to manage your team, because we have already have a team when we started, but how to keep the team together was number three.
How did you start this idea? What was your thought process?
Yes. So when in my previous job, I worked for the AI medical companies. So I go to hospitals. I try to connect our AI solution to the hospitals, and we ask them to provide us the medical data. And the doctor actually bring a CD to me, say, "Hey, this is our data." And was like, I would freak out because we don't have CD rooms to connect the CDs. And so I realized that the IT system, the medical IT system, has a lot of flaws here in Japan and also in the rest of the world. So in order to connect to the advanced technology like AIs, the infrastructure need update. So we decided, hey, you know what, we can do that. So we built a cloud platform to do the update for the clinics and the hospitals.
And could you tell me, let's start from going back, Ano-san, how was your experience overall? Sorry for the noise, but how was your experience overall inside of the FI? What was challenging? What was ease for you? What was beneficial for you? Any feedback?
It's not like challenge, but the fun part and the difficult part I faced was actually the pitching every week pitching events. You guys still remember, I have very low score at the starting stage, right? So 1, 2, they give us 1 or 2 scores. I mean, that was surprising. Is you pitch and you go to the other program or events, people tend to be positive. Here, the mentor tend to be negative. They can be harsh as possible. They roast you as much as possible. And sometimes even I feel unfair sometimes at the beginning. It was but to be honest, it's just good things, because people can talk shit about your program, about your ideas, and either or not, this happens in the daily lives. You talk to people, especially in Japan, people smile to you, agree with you, and they don't agree with you at all, but they smile, they say, yeah. And by the end of the day, you don't get real feedbacks. But from here, you get very real feedbacks from them, because they are the critics was honest. They don't like you. That's the real indications. That means something that you doesn't really get correct, or sometimes you don't agree, sometimes you do agree. That doesn't matter. But the good part was you getting feedbacks, especially negative feedbacks from others, and say, hey, something that we need to improve. And actually, it gives us the stress and the motive to improve our pitch a little bit more, because you don't know who you're going to meet at the events, in the elevators. Someone like your style, someone like other styles. You have to modify your pitch accordingly. And this is a good exercise for me to pitch into different peoples and guess what's their favorite styles or favorite way to introduce. Because sometimes people say, okay, you have only 2 minutes, 1 minute, 3 minutes, and sometimes they want us to introduce a little bit more about go-to-market strategy, but I focus too much on customers. Someone say, hey, you shouldn't go too much on market. You should focus on too much on customers in that function. So it's like vice versa, but it depends on the hobbies. We actually learn from that. So yeah, that was the. So actually, I learned from their critics. Like yeah, that's quite good for me. But also, to be honest, being critics was not a fun part. So that was not a challenge, but it's not a good experience and also a bad experience at the same time.